Hey guys, so are we also welcome to My Way Tarot. This will be a general reading for all Sagittarius placements. Everything you need to know about myself, the reading, or the channel can be found in the description box below. We're going to use multiple decks of cards for your reading today. We have tarot cards, oracle cards, and a few personalized messages that I've created. Please bear in mind that this is a general reading, so with the messages, only take what you feel resonates and leave the rest. And please use your own sense of discernment with the messages and not force them to fit with a particular situation. So I've done a major shuffle of all the cards so we can get straight into your reading. Angels of love and light, could we please have clear and concise messages for Sagittarius placements? What do they need to know for the current energies for whenever they come across these timeless tarot messages? What do they need to know, please and thank you? What do they need to know, please and thank you? Starting off the reading today with the Tea Leaf Fortune cards, and then we'll move into tarot. Interesting, guys. I usually only pull 3 cards, but I was told there was another one available. So we have 2 months of the year. We have April and we have February. Okay. Then we have Dolphin, financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. And we have Bowl, plenty of material things. Potentially you may have Aquarius placements, maybe even Pisces placements. Potentially you may have Aries or Taurus placements as well. Or there's something significant to do with those zodiac signs and which houses that they are in your birth chart, potentially. Bottom of the deck, we have new pin. Wow, pin. New job, new career. Okay, so something is new, okay, coming through on the horizon. 4-leaf clover, great and good fortune. And then torch, spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. Okay, so maybe you thought that something wasn't going to go in your favor, to do with maybe attaining a new job, okay? But I feel like it is. I'm hearing luck is on your side. And I'm hearing it's not just all about the luck, okay? I feel like there's been a lot that you've been putting in to get to this position in place. You have the backing, I'm hearing, with your expertise, your knowledge, the experiences that you've gone through. And I'm hearing that you're more than qualified for whatever this is, okay? For this job position. So what is going on for Sagittarius? So you may be seeing dolphins, okay, or reference to dolphins. Nine of Swords. Oh, gosh. The Sun. 3 of Swords in reverse. 3 of Wands in reverse. So Leo energy. And the Sun with the Moon. Okay, Pisces energy. And the Ace of Swords. Gosh, how that all flew out. I'll take one more for this Moon. The Lovers. Gemini energy. Something significant about this new moon in Gemini coming up in Gemini season by the end of the month. Okay, we have the 2 of Wands, 8 of Swords, King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, 10 of Swords, and then 10 of Cups. So 10-10 is important here. Right. There has been a lot of angst, a lot of worry, a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of concern, a lot of stress, thinking and feeling and believing on some level that something isn't going to come into fruition for you or work out for you in the way that you have been dreaming of it to come through. But I'm hearing that you're not necessarily making a mountain out of a molehill, but there is a lot of overthinking and worry over something that's already working out in your favor, that is actually aligned for you and is being given to you. So I feel like more than anything, it's a sense of apprehension because you don't know necessarily a result or an outcome as of yet. Maybe you're waiting on something to come through for you. Potentially, this could be like you're in anticipation of a job interview, or you know that you have a job interview, or you're waiting for it to come up, or there could be the sense of like you've had it and now you're waiting to find out whether you've actually got it, so something is secure. And it's like, I can't celebrate yet. Okay. It's a sense of like, I can't be too enthusiastic or overly excited as of yet because something isn't quite established fully, like it doesn't feel solid. So it's a sense of like, I really hope that this all works out for me, and I feel like I've already got this in the bag, or I've been reassured in some way that I have of everything that I need in order to gain of this. But then in the same breath, it's like kind of doubting yourself or worrying over the fact that it's not going to work out. But I'm hearing that that's just kind of like your ego, or like um, these thoughts that you have that are trying to, I don't know, it's not to say that it's getting the better of you or something like that, but it's just a sense of like, I, I just feel that you guys are worrying about a lot when something is already going to be working out fine. I feel like there's something that you're waiting on, and it kind of is a really big deal. Like it's potentially life changing for you. And I'm hearing, well, what will I do if this doesn't work out? I mean, I'm hearing I don't really have a plan B. I'm not really sure. Like, I feel like you've outgrown of a particular situation, and when you kind of imagine the possibility of something working out for you and seeing how your life could be and where you'd be moving to, I just heard, so if you're relocating, or if it's something to do with going to a foreign country, potentially, it's like, would I be able to handle this? Should I just stay with what I've currently got going on? But then there's the question of what if. So there's been a lot of backwards and forwards in your mind here, and you've been feeling quite emotional, maybe a little bit vulnerable, um, because of something that you really genuinely want to work out. And I feel like also there's the added anxiety, because if you were to attain whatever this is, if it was, for instance, a new job, it's like, and it could potentially change your life, then you have some really big decisions to make. And that could also be like a cause of concern, because you may feel on some level like, can I really trust of myself to make of this decision? And am I making the right decision? Okay. Like, what happens if I go for this potentially like a lifelong dream of yours, something you've wanted, and then you follow through with it, and then it doesn't kind of turn out to be anything you imagined, or it kind of pops the bubble type of thing, burst your balloon. Um, so I feel like there's a lot of worrying to do with the future. So there's a sense of maybe a little bit of anxiety. I'm even hearing like, not necessarily feeling depressed as such, but oh, guys, it's literally like I just want to like give you a big cuddle and tell you everything's going to be okay. 10-10 on the timer, okay? It's like I just want to give you a big virtual hug. And I'm actually sending you guys a virtual hug right now. And I'm hearing that like all's well that ends well. Like everything is going to be fine. So please don't worry. You're going to gain your like sense of validation that you, or reassurance that you've done the right thing, you made the right decisions, you'll get that sense of support. um, I really do feel as well that this is a game changer for you. maybe you've been worried or concerned about leaving certain people behind for some reason, whether that's family or loved ones or something. Yeah, 1111 just come up on the timer. I feel like there's something to do with an ending coming through, but a new beginning coming in. And this new beginning, I'm hearing, is right up your street. It's right up your alley type of thing. Like, it is definitely like something that is meant to be for you, that is going to suit you down to the ground, and you're going to genuinely love whatever this is. And it's going to like revitalize you and make you feel like, gosh, like life's really good. Okay. Or life's good again. But there is a sense of worry about, well, what if I don't get it? And then what if about the people I'm leaving behind? Or what if I'm not able to deal with, I'm hearing this warmer climate or something. I'm getting all sorts of messages, guys. You're going to have to bear with me. But I really do feel like something is going to be illuminated to you as we get closer to Gemini season and also the new moon in Gemini, right? As well. What's going on with the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot? Okay. Yeah, a lot of you, it does require a move. Okay, for some. So what's going on with this Nine of Swords, please? What's going on with this Nine of Swords? Nine of Pentacles. Wow. Nine of Swords. To clarify the Nine of Swords, look at that. 999. And we're in the year of the 9 with 2025. You add that up with numerology. You are definitely closing a cycle here. You're closing a huge cycle. Yeah, you're going to be victorious, successful with that Six of Wands. I said to you it was going to work out. Everything's going to be fine. What else for this Nine of Swords, please? Six of Cups. There's something to do with embracing independence, going at something on your own. Yeah, Six of Cups with the Page of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, with that Nine of Cups. This is a major wish fulfillment for you. You may have felt like you've been stuck, stagnant, at crossroads. You've just wanted to move on forward here. You've wanted things to get a little bit easier for you. And there's something that means a lot to you, but it definitely means that you're going to have to close a big chapter. Maybe you live with family. For example, what else for this Nine of Swords, please, and thank you. Four of Swords. I'm hearing it's important to just try to rest and not do too much. Recuperate. You may be just feeling completely exhausted because you've been in your head so much. And it's just like, I'm hearing like, I just want my mind to kind of like shut up. I just want there to stop being the constant talking in my head. Like, you know, it's like certain thought processes are going round in a loop. And it's just like, I just want a moment of peace. I just want some peace and quiet. I just want some time to myself. I just don't want this kind of to continue going on in this way that it is with these thoughts. Okay. Yeah, I just want it to kind of get away here. Eight of Cups. I feel like you're in a situation that you haven't necessarily been really emotionally fulfilled with whatever this is, and you are ready for the next thing so that you can get closer to being in this position and place of feeling genuinely emotionally fulfilled. But something is just not doing it for you anymore, or as much as it once did. Okay. Yeah, you've been waiting on something to come into fruition for a long time with that Seven of Pentacles. Years could be significant. What else is going on here, please, for the Sun? Why is the Sun here? Magician. Gemini, Virgo, Scorpio. This is positive. This is whatever this is manifesting, if it is something to do with your career, it's incredibly promising. Ten of Pentacles and the Death card, Scorpio energy. We do actually have a full moon in Scorpio coming up in the next week or so, which I do believe is around the 12th of May. 12th, 13th of May. Depends where you are in the world. So there could be a dramatic change, like something being manifested so that you know about your movement forward around this time. Yeah, movement forward around this time with the Six of Swords. And then you're feeling more at ease. I'm hearing what's next. So it's like you've been worrying about something in particular, and it's like, well, I'll wait till I get to this point, and then I'll be like, oh, now I got to worry about that, and then you've got there, and then you got the next thing. It's like, oh, I'll worry when I get, and I'm worrying about that now, and then I get to the next thing, and it's just this kind of perpetual worry about until something is fully manifested and it's a really solid, tangible, grounded thing in your 3D reality. And it's like then you can kind of relax a little bit because you're then happy and excited that this has now worked out for you, which you kind of intuitively knew that it was going to work out for you, that it was something meant for you. But then it's like, oh, but then what now? Okay, so now I've got off this. Now I've got to worry about getting this and this together. It's like just not necessarily making up excuses of things to worry about, but I'm just, yeah, there's a lot to do with your thoughts here. Yeah, Eight of Cups. It's like moving on to the next thing. Sorry if this doesn't really make sense. I feel like I'm definitely tapping into someone's energy here. What else for the Sun? But there's a simultaneous ending and a new beginning coming through for you that is going to create this upheaval in your life, but actually it's going to be very positive, okay? And it's coming through. Page of Pentacles. That new job, that new career, that new contract. Two of Cups. Could be something to do with a business partnership. What else is going on here for the Sun? Yeah, Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. Something has definitely felt like it's taken its time to get here. And then once it gets here, it's like all of a sudden everything just shifts and change. And it's very quick. And the momentum has picked up from kind of like, I'm hearing like a slow poke, like as in snail pace, to then all of a sudden it's like you've kind of been trotting along here, right? Walking or trotting along like this Knight of Pentacles, then something comes through into fruition and it's like you get the okay on something, or you get the answer that you wanted, and then it's like all systems go, and then you're rushing around like a headless chicken to get everything all together because everything's all suddenly happening at once, and it's a dramatic change, right? And again, I had that moon card come through, Pisces energy, but then Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So another indicator to do with something in regards to this new moon in Gemini. What else here, please? Thank you. Three of Pentacles. You're going to have the support that you need in order to bring us something together. You're not going to have to go through something on your own or doing of everything on your own. Like people are going to be wanting to be there for you. Absolutely. People that love and care for you. They're genuinely excited for you. And look, the world. Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius coming through. I'm hearing they're over the moon for you. They want you to embrace this next chapter. Like the world is your oyster. I am getting something to do with a foreign land, maybe. Um, yeah, with the Fool, Aries energy. I mean, we go from 21, which is the last major arcana in the tarot, to then the Fool, which is the beginning of the Fool's journey, the beginning of the cycle, and a new beginning. You're taking a leap of faith. Why is the moon here, please? I'm hearing this may get you pretty choked up because of like the amount of support that you get. Like they want to see you succeed. They want to see you do well. Again, Six of Swords. Something could be overseas. Okay, but look, the star, Aquarius energy. It's like a miracle taking place for you. This is something you've yearned for, that you've longed for. Why is the moon here with the Lovers? The Hermit, Virgo energy. Another 9, guys. Five of Swords. The High Priestess, Cancer, Pisces energy. The Chariot, Cancer's energy. The Six of Wands, beautiful. And then one more, thank you, with the Page of Cups. And the moon again, to clarify the moon, Two of Swords, King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Well, there's you, okay, with the Eight of Wands and the King of Swords. I feel like there is a little bit concern, is because you're going to be you're having to move out of your comfort zone. Okay, having to move out of your comfort zone. You may be questioning as whether you're able to overcome the obstacles that will come your way. Um, you're definitely questioning your judgment, but you have very good, solid judgment here. Okay, and I feel like you're following your heart at this time, right? And I feel like you're very passionate and motivated about what's coming through for you. And this is definitely something that you have dreamed of doing for a while. I'm hearing, I'm not sure if I'm up for the challenge. Maybe this is like a position whereby it's like you are like a leader in some way, the head of something, like you're in charge of I don't know, maybe a group of people or something, like a manager or what have you, however it may resonate. But I'm hearing you're going to take to this, whatever this is, like a duck to water. It's just going to be innately perfect for you, right? You could be relatively private at this time, quite reserved. You're not like shouting it out from the rooftops about something that could be working out for you. Maybe you're somebody that when they get that kind of good news, they want to kind of put it out there to everyone. But you could be doing something a little bit different this time, whereby it's like, actually, there may have been certain things that you really wanted and then you spoke too soon and then they didn't come into fruition. And so therefore you're like, no, I'm going to kind of keep this private, keep it to myself until I know that everything is absolutely 100%. Then I will tell who I feel like needs to be in the know about this and not everyone. So there's the sense of being very selective about who you kind of involve with certain plans here to do with your progress forward. Okay, interesting. But I'm hearing that you're going to be very well compensated. Maybe this is an increase to do with finances. Maybe you're going to be receiving additional perks or bonuses or allowances with taking on this new position or this change in your life to do with the job. And this is really going to make you smile, okay? Because it's I'm hearing it's a lot more than what you may have previously ever had before for some reason. I'm getting that. Okay. Anyway, this sounds like a very specific reading for somebody, but I'm getting what I'm getting. Okay. What else am I picking up on here? So, guys, if this is not necessarily to do with you being employed elsewhere, right? Maybe, for instance, you're self employed, okay? Potentially, there has been the sense of like you've been feeling the pressure to do with a business, right? Or a certain project that you're working on. And I feel like you've been putting a lot of pressure on yourself, or you're feeling the pressure from others around you as well as, okay? And this could be related to your stability, your foundation, your finances. And it's like you feel like you can't catch a break. Potentially you live somewhere with others, maybe with family, or and you've been wanting to move out and kind of be on your own or have of your own space, or potentially if that's not going to be something that's realistic, then it's a sense of like wanting to move out and maybe move in with somebody, maybe romantic, okay? But I'm definitely getting a scenario where it's either you on your own or with potentially a romantic partner here, okay? And there's been a long time waiting for you to be in this position and place of getting out of this particular location. And I feel like there's something that's manifesting for you where you're gaining the sense of resources or finances in some way that you may have not previously anticipated was going to be something that could happen for you. I'm hearing maybe so soon. So I am getting like a potential inheritance here, okay? So that might potentially knock you off guard. Um, because maybe you thought, well, the only reason or the only way I feel like I'm going to be able to relocate or move is if they pick up in regards to my business, or an investment works out, or there's a sense of certain things trickling in for you in regards to offers and opportunities that will then eventually kind of get you into this position and place. But that's something that seemed more of a long-term goal rather than something that could potentially happen very suddenly for you, okay? And I feel like you have backup here from the higher realms, from God, source, the universe, whoever you resonate with, who's going to be there for you to assist you and kind of light the way for you in order to go through a much smoother transition from being where you are to then being where you'd like to be, idealistically, okay? And this is going to feel like a dream come true because a dream is being realized, and this has been a long time coming, and it will be worth the wait. I also feel like you're gaining the sense of reward and recognition throughout your business. You could be someone that has a spiritually based business or a practice. You could be someone that's in the sense of like holistic healing. You could be a tarot reader like myself. You could be a content creator. You could be a Reiki healer or something, right? And I'm getting that something is changing for you because there are people talking about you in rooms that you haven't even entered in. And so therefore there's this kind of like secretive behavior. Like, so if you felt like something's been a secret and people have been talking about you, it's actually because it's a very positive thing. But you may have been a little bit apprehensive or unsure as to whether people were genuinely kind of complimenting you or singing your praises and actually feel like you're doing a good job with whatever it is, or they're thinking about hiring you for something, maybe freelance work or whatever it is. I'm also getting that you have a very solid reputation and you've worked ridiculously hard to attain this, okay? And you may have felt like things have been falling by the wayside. You may have felt like you nearly wanted to kind of pack it all in. You've been feeling like giving up, or something just, if something doesn't necessarily change any sooner, then you're not necessarily sure what your next move is or what your plan B would be, right? So I feel like you have literally thrown everything at something. Like, I'm hearing bar the kitchen sink, to do with maybe your business, right, that you've got. And so therefore it's like maybe you've been trying to have like answers or some sort of clarity to come through so that you know how to make certain changes or adapt or be flexible in some way, so that you're not carrying on in a certain way that you have done, but you're wanting this sense of change within this, and you're excited about it, and you feel like it would be good for you and others. But there's a sense of potential resistance about, well, what if this is said about me, or what if that means that I'm going to be doing worse off than I was, and then I've just had to kind of, you know, figure out what to do next. But I feel like something is getting revealed, and it may feel a little bit last minute, okay? But I'm hearing you're going to be ahead of the game and you're coming out on top. And this breakthrough that you end up having, like, you can't even see it coming. And so it's definitely going to be a surprise to others as well when this does all work out for you, but definitely a surprise, a happy surprise to yourself as well. Okay. What else? Some of you are going to be focusing a lot more on your health, okay? Your physical health, your emotional health, your spiritual health, um, your mental health, okay? And I feel like you've already done a lot of healing here, and you have had a glow up, right? But I feel like you still haven't got quite to where you'd like to be. Maybe in regards to your appearance or something like that. But you are looking good, smelling good, and people are very much like, attracted to you, etc., like potentially romantically, or you have this way about you. You are someone that's very magnetic, very outgoing, very charming. You're great fun to be around. Like, people are, you know, very much drawn to you. Okay. I'm just hearing you have a great personality, and I'm hearing you dress well, right? You have a good sense of style. There could be potentially a sense of like quirkiness about you, right? You don't kind of I'm hearing like adhere to social norms as such. I don't know why I'm getting it that way, but there's a sense of not necessarily conforming. Like, what suits you. I'm getting a bit of a trendsetter here as well. You may be really interested in fashion, in beauty, as well. Gosh, these messages that are coming through. Very, very fascinating. What else? Anything else for Sagittarius? I feel like you may be going through some sort of revelations at the moment, some light bulb moments where I feel like you're setting firm boundaries with people, especially if there has been any sort of drama or chaos or an argument or disrespect that's shown, okay, about you or someone that you care about. I feel like you're showing them the door, or like you're willing to walk away and not tolerate the disrespect. And that potentially may mean a few people end up kind of drifting out of your life. Um, and I feel like you're only really wanting to invest your time, your effort, your energy into people who are showing up in the same way or similar to how you would be showing up for them, right? So more kind of like requited connections. And I feel like there may have been a few connections that seem to be a certain way, but then it's like a conversation takes place and somebody says something that doesn't sit right, or you're being disrespected, and your intuition is kind of like screaming at you, kind of saying, I feel like this is time to close this off. I'm not getting like a sense of forgive and forget and then getting back to like pretending how everything was before. I am just getting a sense like you're forgiving of a situation, you've learned of whatever this is, and you're like, right, well, I've learnt my lesson, and you're moving yourself on forward and aligning with people who genuinely respect you and appreciate you and want to give to you just as much as you would be giving to others, okay? Because I feel like you guys are very generous. But if anyone, you may have let certain things slide in the past. I don't know how I'm getting that. Like certain things that have been said, you've let it slide, but you may have not forgotten about it. And then it's like somebody does or something, and it's not like the last straw, or it could be, and you're like, right, well, I can't blatantly ignore this. This just doesn't feel right, and I'm not here to stand for it. So I feel like there's like a light bulb moment there. Okay, very, very interesting, guys. This is a general reading, by the way. Just take what you feel resonates and leave the rest. I know there's so many weird and wonderful channeled messages come through, but just take what you feel resonates. What's going on for Sagittarius, please and thank you? Okay. So we have generational curse breaker. We have main character energy. We have travel. And we have career change. Wow. Okay. So I feel like you've broken some sort of generational curse and you're being set free. Like you've done this major healing here and you're getting ready to take off. New car. A new car could be important. You could be renting a new car, leasing a new car, or purchasing a new car, or you're going to get some sort of upgrade to do with the car, or your car's going to feel brand new because you're able to maybe get it fixed. Okay. And then we have stronger than ever, overcome trials and tribulations and challenges. Wow. Okay. Let's get it. What else is going on? I feel like you guys are in need of a holiday, or you're kind of thinking about previous holidays that you've gone on. Wow. Guys, I don't know why I just heard that, but I heard somebody say, like, I wish I was with them instead, or I wish I took them instead, maybe for a previous holiday. Someone's thinking about this about you, or you're thinking about this about somebody. Right, okay, that flew out. This is the angel answers. Communicate clearly. And look, dolphins. Look at the synchronicity we have here. So definitely worthwhile to look up the symbolism of a dolphin, okay? I definitely feel like there's going to be this sense of more playful, more joyous, more optimistic energy coming through. The sense of like excitement, like not having to take everything so seriously. Maybe you've had to take things so seriously because you've had a lot on your plate. I just heard there could be something about a legal situation that's been very, very tiresome to deal with. It's like something has been dragging on and the end has been in sight, and then it's like the goalposts keep on shifting, like it keeps on moving, so then you're not really sure where you're at with something, and it's like, oh, I really thought that this would have been done by now, and then that date approaches and then something ends up happening and it's like pushed back even further, and it's like, oh my gosh, can I just catch a break here? But even if that is the case, it seems to be working out in your favor, okay? Even if it doesn't feel like it at the time, there's a reason for it. Listen to your intuition. So I feel like you're listening to your intuition and not ignoring of it when it's kind of saying things to you about if something just doesn't feel right. Or you're trusting your intuition with certain decisions that you're making and not disregarding it. Ask for help from others. Yeah. I mean, I feel like you're going to have people wanting to come through and offer help to you anyway, but you could be somebody that's quite a proud person. Maybe you're somebody who's incredibly independent, maybe even hyper independent, and maybe you felt like you can ask for certain things or assistance or support in regards to something. But I'm hearing all you need to do is ask, and they would be more than happy to be there for you to assist you. Yes, look at that. They would say yes to whatever it is that you're asking them. Like, they would have no problem with it. They may actually be glad about the fact that you've actually asked, for help. Like, you haven't let your pride get in the way with this scenario. Why am I pulling another card? 4414 just come up on the timer. Why is there another card here? Is there another card here for Sagittarius? This one. I'm hearing yes. Opportunity. With no need to worry. Holy F. I'm hearing you're going to get the opportunity. No need to worry. Luck is on your side. Okay? And then yes. You saw me shuffle, guys. Yes. No need to worry. Everything is working out. Beautiful. And then breaking up the deck. Big happy changes. Love it. So don't fret. Anyway, guys, that's going to be the end of the reading. So we have strong Pisces coming through, Cancer, Virgo, Leo, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Actually, all the signs, to be honest with you. Then I'm picking up on 818, 666, 777, 999 for sure, definitely. 919, 818, 888, 333 or 33, 777 as well. Okay, but that's going to be the end of the read. So I hope that there have been some messages, a few messages, if not the whole reading, that potentially resonated. And if you have enjoyed this reading and you wish to support myself and the channel, there will be oh, sorry, I just got another message. You've been feeling very much in the dark about something, but there's been a purpose to that, and it will all be revealed soon, and then you'll know why you were in the dark about whatever this is. It will make sense. Like pieces of a jigsaw puzzle coming together. You'll be getting that missing piece, and then seeing the bigger picture. Okay, right, thank you, Spirit. So yes, guys, if you would like to support myself and the channel, there are donation links available. There is a PayPal link in the description box below, and the other option is Super Thanks, which is listed underneath this video. So thank you so much to those of you who have already donated. I greatly appreciate you. Even if you don't financially donate, a wonderful way to energetically donate is to like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll get back to you guys on those comments when I can. So thank you so much. Please hit the notification bell so you get an alert as to when I post another video and you don't miss out on future updates or content made available. And please feel free to check out the other zodiac sign readings that I provide for your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury, and North Node placements, so you can gain further insight for your timeless tarot messages. But sending love and light your way, many blessings. Please take care, and I'll see you and speak to you soon. Thank you. Bye, guys.